All right, welcome back to LWN tonight, folks. I have Jeff B in the waiting room with me. I wouldn't say that this is breaking, but there's a lot of stuff happening right now. A lot of movement in reference to Obama. So Jeff and I wanted to come on for a short while tonight, just talk about it. Talk about some of the things that is being sent to him, some of the things to look out for. So the question is, Obama, is he going to be arrested? Is that a possibility? What are the odds? And we're going to talk about it and much more tonight in depth. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this intro.
We the people are going to burn this corruption to the ground. Yeah. We the people will fight fire with fire starting now. Gonna watch them run, gonna watch it burn, gonna watch it all come down. Yeah. We the people are gonna burn this corruption to the ground. With fire starting now. Gonna watch them run, gonna watch it burn, gonna watch it all come down, yeah.
All right, welcome back. I apologize. I think I forgot to unmute the video, the intro when we started. So I apologize for that. I kind of realized that about halfway through. So sorry for that. Apologize. I do have Jeff B in the waiting room with us, and I'm going to go ahead and bring him out, welcome him to LWN tonight, and we're going to cover what are the odds, what are the possibilities of Barack Obama becoming indicted, arrest warrants sent out for him. I know Jeff's got some things that he wants to share. I keep saying this over and over again. I'm going to stick to my guns. I believe the first arrest that will shock the world will be Barack Obama. I'm going to go ahead and say my second pick, number 2, is going to be Hillary Clinton. I mentioned that to Jeff earlier this evening, and he had something to say about that as well. So welcome, Jeff, and thanks for coming on tonight.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Well, you know what? I feel like I'm getting Christmas in July.
Well, you know what's crazy is it's starting to hit mainstream now.
Yeah.
Um, so I think kind of what spurred this whole uh, podcast is so a few weeks ago, I had heard that there were some rumblings of NCIS uh, receiving information from a contractor that is part of Cyber Command and part of a security infrastructure group. And then probably, well, let me see, I'm giving the time, 3:40 this afternoon, I received a text message saying that a whistleblower came forward to NCIS in Alexandria, Virginia with not. I don't know when this actually took place. I think it was way before today. But they brought in paperwork where in 2014 to 2016, the Obama administration, including Barack Obama, signed off on allowing Chinese nationals to work in some either data centers or security infrastructure groups. So, from what I was being told, NCIS, once it got to be, they notified certain, agencies, whether it was FBI, Secret Service, more than likely DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, that there was espionage going on, and it was going to lead to the White House. And that's why, according to this person, that's why there's been all these data breaches. Not only data breaches, but secure communications within the Pentagon, within the White House. Stu 3s was also compromised and, allowed for the Chinese. So I believe this is what's going to kickstart, because this portion, I was told, is going to be charged under the Espionage Act.
Well, espionage also falls under the executive order that Trump signed this year, where he brought back the death penalty for
Correct.
espionage, for treason, for sedition, correct?
Correct.
Well, this is breaking all over social media. I've been watching it and following it all day. People are calling for justice. People are calling for arrest. People are calling for this to be investigated. It's on every mainstream media channel as far as the right goes. Of course, the left putting out stuff about the Epstein list. But this is big news right now about Obama. He's in some serious trouble. Tulsi Gabbard is wanting, turn this over to the Justice Department, and she's filed the paperwork for investigation. So this is all breaking, and I also am hearing kind of whispers behind the Obama situation is also the emails and the servers for Hillary Clinton, which
Correct.
to me is going to be followed very closely right behind this. Again, I believe it's going to be Obama and then Hillary Clinton arrested. It's possible, and here. Okay, so here's my first question for the night, Jeff B.
Yep.
We sat there and watched in the last 4 years where they went after Trump over and over and over again. He was arrested. He went down to booking. He got booked.
Yep.
He actually went to court. They found him guilty on 34 counts. He is a felon. I voted for a felon. Would vote for a felon again. So, in the world of law and order, does that set a precedence for other presidents, past presidents, Congress, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State? Does that set the precedence for them to also being arrested and being arraigned and having their day in court?
Well, if they can do it to one, they can do it to any of them, right?
Well, didn't you see the video that Trump actually put on his
True Social.
True Social, that he had video after video after video with Jeffries, with Pelosi, with Obama himself, with Clinton, and every one of them said no one is above the law.
Well, just go when they arrested Trump. I don't know if it was your show or if it was 10 TV, one of them. And, people were wigging out about Trump getting arrested, which, okay. And I had said on the panel, I said, this is precedent. This is, and I said, this is laying the groundwork for what's going to come. Here's going to be the irony, because there was a list of 4 names that I was sent with skull and crossbones after. And one of them was Obama. And then shortly thereafter, none of this is confirmed. It's just going around in the intelligence community and in the federal law enforcement that one or two of Obama's places have been raided after Tulsi Gabbard, and now this whole, they knew about the NCIS deal, because I think that was starting to push on J6, because remember I had said that there was nothing that didn't happen inside DC that the U.S. Secret Service didn't know about. And I was told that there was a couple individuals that I knew that were in the operations center in DC and outside of DC that the J6 was a great cover to get Nancy Pelosi's laptop. Okay.
I remember talking about that. Yeah.
Right. So the whole NCIS thing is going to tie into General Dynamics, because General Dynamics provides a lot of machine parts for our subsurface nuclear forces. So if they were going to sell or authorize the sale of General Dynamics to the Chinese, that would also fall under the Espionage Act. And if Obama signed off on this, here you go. To me, it's amazing how all of these things are all starting to tie in together.
Yeah.
To where it becomes a point it's not a conspiracy anymore.
Correct. And it's getting real close to that. Mimi posted, we're here. Are we hearing that Obama is lawyering up? Have you heard anything about that yet?
I haven't heard that particular statement, but I did read a statement that come out of Obama's press office stating that naturally there was nothing to this being charged under the Espionage Act. Obama is not under arrest, is not under investigation. That's what his press secretary is coming out with, and that was within the last half hour. So my guess is somebody either tipped somebody off that there was raids going on, or they were visually, like a neighbor was there seeing raids. Now, what the ironic thing is where did they first bring Trump into to answer charges? Washington, D.C. Won't it be ironic if they bring Obama into Washington, D.C.? to answer charges. And I wonder if this is why Michelle Obama did the divorce, to separate her, Big Mike, to separate himself from him.
It's very possible. Let me ask you this question, Jeff: Is it possible that all this is a nothing burger? Because that has happened to us before. We've thought that things were going to actually happen and nothing happened,
Right.
and people have been disappointed. I mean, and
Right.
it's been years of disappointment. What is the likelihood of this actually getting traction? Because this is the first time I've ever heard anybody, even on the right, talking about this, and it is
Yes.
all over the internet. So, could it possibly be a nothing burger, or do you think we'll at least see something, at least in an indictment out of this?
Well, I think the indictment's already been done. And the reason I say this is, when was the last time that a sitting president ever got onto the media, social media, newspaper, whatever, and called for treason charges to be filed on a former president? Not only that, but to have AI generated videos of a former president being arrested while the current sitting president is sitting in the same room. And I've said this
Wow.
since day one with Trump. Trump is flamboyant, he's arrogant. But when was the last time Trump said something that was outlandish that hasn't come true?
Well, again, I'm not going to hold my breath, but I am keeping the hope and the faith. Like I said, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's calling it treason. General Flynn is calling for Obama's passport to be taken. That's from Tennessee Girl. I'll throw that
Yeah.
up on.
Yeah, he said that this morning.
I agree with you. Never has it ever been where they've called for this type of thing. Of course, we had old ice cream cone hair sniffer the last 4 years that called for a target to be put on somebody. And of course, all of them. There was the video that went out that all of them on the left was calling for Trump's arrest years ago, right? So, and that happened. I mean, he did get arrested, technically. I mean, he did show up on his own will, and they didn't come, like, slap handcuffs on him by any means, but he went through the whole booking process. Go ahead.
Here's how I think this is going to happen, and this is going to happen quick. The office of Andy Ogles, who is a Republican representative, and I believe he's out of the state of Tennessee, has just called for the arrest of Barack Obama.
Just now?
Yes.
So this is breaking?
Yep. It's Andy, Andy Ogles, Ogles, has called for the arrest of former President Barack Obama.
Spell that one more time. I'll see if I can pull something up.
Ogles.
Let's see if I can pull something up on this. Well, it says right here on Facebook, which I don't think I can pull this up, but it does say on Facebook, Representative Andy Ogles calls for the arrest of former President Barack Obama. See if I can find Trump shares fake AI video of Obama being arrested. Yeah, a lot of those videos out there. Here we go, Threads. Let's see what Threads say here. Let me share screen for you guys.
And I also find it ironic that the Speaker of the House, within the last hour and a half, 2 hours, just put a pause on everything in the House and the Senate. And it's not because they're going for a late summer break. He's I forget, I don't know who sent me the actual thing that was put out by the Speaker's office, but he did notify Congress that nothing is going to be moving right now.
Wow. Hey, can you guys do me a favor? If you haven't done it yet, can you guys please smash that like button, get the algorithm up for us? If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would hope you would consider that tonight and subscribe to any one of our big four. We got Facebook, we got YouTube, Rumble, and the X. And more importantly, if you share this out right now, here is some of the breaking right here that Jeff is talking about. So Andy Ogles calls for the arrest of former President Barack Obama, declaring this traitor must be brought to justice immediately. And this is on Thread, which is part of, I believe, Facebook as well. Then there's all the comments. A lot of people agreeing with it for sure, saying it's about time. So, wow.
And here, there's another thing. I had sent a email off to Monkey late last night because one of my friends that is still working at one of the agencies had said that they started to do a massive drone and ISR, which is intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance over all private airports in the United States. So they're looking for private planes to maybe start taking off and trying to leave the country.
Well, I put out something a few days ago that told me better run. I wasn't kidding.
Yeah. And like I said, I just think with all the outlandish stuff that we thought, Trump was putting out there. I mean, you got General Flynn within the last hour saying, hey, these guys better be in handcuffs.
Yeah. And like I said, Hillary Clinton is not going to be far behind. They're talking about that. I mean, Jim Jordan is all over this. Grassley is all over this.
Well, Jim Jordan, I think, is going to have his own problems.
Cheryl is asking a question. How long do you think this whole mess will take? Weeks, months, years? Your thoughts
Now,
on
that? If you want my opinion, pure skeptic, I think it's already been done. And I know people have a hard time believing this or understanding it. I truly believe all of this stuff has already been done, and it's just being slow walked.
Let's do top 5, Jeff, real quick. Top 5 people you think that that possibly could be indicted, detained, and
Well, here, let me just go to the list that was. I think there was 4 names on there with skull and crossbones.
Yeah, let's go to the list from the big chair. I like that. I'll take 4 out of 5 any day.
Obama.
Okay.
Sally Yates.
Okay.
Jim Comey.
Okay.
And Brennan.
Yeah, Comey, Brennan, and the other one.
Sally Yates.
Well, there's the other one too, the FBI director.
Oh, you're talking about Chris?
Clapper. I mean, Clapper, Comey, Brendan. They're all toast, man. They're all cooked.
I mean, did you have time to listen to that whole Clapper audio?
I didn't get through it. No.
Yeah. Well, that right there. If that doesn't wake people up, and that was, like I said, the big chair, 100% confirmed that did take place, and it was him.
Yeah, and we shared that link in chat last night for everybody, so they could grab that link and listen to it as well. I also think Pelosi, Schiff, Schumer, Clinton. I mean, there's gonna be at least a dozen right off the bat that I could think of that are in the. I got to be careful what I say because I don't want to say things that can get us taken down. So certain words
Right.
I don't want to use, but they're definitely being looked at, and
Right.
whistleblowers coming out of woodwork. Yes,
Well,
Tennessee girl.
well, yeah,
they're all coming out.
well, this Navy contractor is huge, and I haven't seen it. I haven't been able to find it. But do you remember when Trump basically told Laura Loomer to chill the hell
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Well, I think she got the interview for this whistleblower from the Navy who blew the whistle on this Obama allowing Chinese military to come in and work in these security data centers. And I think that's why she was told to keep her damn mouth shut, because they didn't want this getting out yet. And this right here, this could be the reason why we heard Trump say, "Why Epstein?" Because maybe he knew this was coming, and their minds are focused on espionage. And if the Chinese do have access to listen to Stu 3s, to Sat Hicom, that's a major issue, because that means they can intercept and listen in to all of our secure military communications.
Let's jump in a time machine, go backwards for a minute, Jeff B.
Mhm.
Remember when Donald Trump says we have it all?
Yep. Yeah. And and I've been, ever since he was sworn in the second time, I've been criticizing, saying, hey, I mean, some people think I was trolling on some of that stuff. But once he got in, I said, you got 6 months. After 6 months, the American people will turn on you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And you started to see it with the whole Epstein thing.
Oh yeah, it got loud.
In this right here, this whole NCIS thing. Do you remember when Chris Miller was giving that speech, and Mike Pence was there, and he told Mike Pence, "We have worked on some of the most extensive investigations in our history."
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what he was referring to, was the whole NCIS thing.
Two more questions, Jeff. Remember, as we're in this time machine, remember when Trump said, you just wait, there's going to be a storm, right? Is this the storm?
Yeah. I think it was in the Oval Office, if I remember right. And he had the generals, we'll call them line officers.
There's a lot of people there.
With their wives or husbands with them. And the press said, "What storm, Mr. President?" He said, "You'll find out."
Yep. Yeah. One other comment question here. Do you think we'll hear him say, "My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us"?
I think we're going to hear Trump say something about a storm. I really do. And there's been hints in some of his social media posts that have geared. And I asked the big chair, I said, "Hey, when's the storm?" And he just laughs. Like, I mean, naturally he can't say too much, which that's totally fine. And I'm certain that he knew about this whole 2014 to 2017, because this is also going to encompass Jim Comey, because he was the FBI director.
Okay. Remember we used to get tired of saying, get your popcorn ready?
Yep.
Do you think that is something that we should start saying again? Like, get your popcorn?
Well, I told you what I'm coming up with.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not share that on air right now because I
Yeah,
think that would be absolutely fantastic. And
that's going to happen, and it may be a big seller.
very well could be a big seller. Who knows? Who
Right.
knows? If you guys do me a favor, smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before to any of our channels. I hope that you would consider that tonight, and more importantly, share us out. Jeff B has graciously reached out to me this evening, and said, "Hey, got some information, shared it with me." I said, "You want to do a live?" He said, "Let's jump on." So we're only on here for a short few minutes here, but I wanted to let you guys know that there is things happening. Obama looks like he could be in some serious trouble right now, and of course, Tammy and I've been talking, and we will try to. Anytime something like this is going on or something worth talking about, it may be random, but we're planning on just going live. And if Jeff can join us, great. But yeah, there's just so much starting to break, and I have a feeling in the next 14 days it's going to be pretty wild and pretty
Oh, yeah.
exciting for some people, and not so exciting for others. But I kind of see first they're going to start with one, the big fish, and then they're going to get the second one, and then the third one, and it's just going to be one right after another. Your thoughts on that, as
Well, I
far
mean,
as
yeah.
people getting rounded up?
Yeah, I mean, I think they couldn't put it all out at once, because this right here, this is what scares me, is if this does happen and the media is going to be forced to report it, whether it's a liberal or a conservative news outlet.
Well, we sure in the hell are going to report on it.
Right. Are the news media outlets going to put a racial spin on this?
Oh, sure. They always
Right.
they always do.
And is this going to ensue some possible tensions within the country with, mostly peaceful stuff and summer of love stuff, and once we get into winter, people don't want to go outside when it's cold, so that time frame is ticking. They only have about 45 to 60 days left to get that out of their system. That's my only thing, and I think what'll have to happen is, if this is factual and if this is happening, I think probably what you're going to see is you'll probably see NCIS director come out, FBI director come out, and possibly a military attaché come out and explain what. This is such uncharted. This is going to make Watergate look like a penny store theft.
Yes, and they've been talking about that today. They've been calling it a coup because Obama is the one that pushed a lot of this back in 2016. Even after the election of 2016, he's the one that pushed Russiagate and all the other nonsense. And here's my question, and I'm going to do a show about this. Does this justify, because we talked about this, a lot of people talked about it, still going around, does in any way Obama getting convicted of this, Hillary Clinton getting convicted of a coup, does that in any way make Donald Trump eligible for a third term?
I don't know. And it's
an interesting question, is it not?
Correct. There was one time when a president served 3 terms?
I think it was FDR, and he served
Correct.
4. He served 4. He was going into his 4th term, and
Correct.
he died.
Right. So, you can listen to constitutional legal scholars. You can listen to YouTube attorney experts, interpretations of the Constitution where it says it's defined as consecutive terms But here's the key thing that I think is number one, his age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You could be 90 years old, still mentally fit. If he is, that's great. But we're also seeing that White House doctors are lying, staff are covering up for POTUS. But, does he really want to do it? That would
Yeah,
be
no kidding.
I mean,
That's the better question.
I don't know how I feel about it, because I would much rather them concentrate on term limits for Congress, because that was never meant to be a career.
Yeah, I totally agree. Tammy
And
just sent me something, and I want to click on it real quick, because I'm sure she's listening and paying attention. Let me share this. She just sent this to me in an email. I want to read it with everybody real quick. She just sent it to me. So this says, Tulsi fires back at Barack Obama, says she will be releasing more Trump-Russia hoax docs tomorrow to refute Obama's statement. And so he went on and said, let's see, on Tuesday, President Trump said Obama is guilty of treason. We just talked about that. Barack Hussein Obama is the ringleader. Hillary Clinton was right there with him, and so was Sleepy Joe Biden, and so were the rest of them, Comey, Clapper, and the whole group. Trump said on Tuesday during remarks to reporters in the Oval Office, this was treason. They tried to steal the election, Trump said. And remember, we were called conspiracy theorists. We had so many people back then attacking us, saying that that was a fair election and nothing funky went on. Yep. I mean, we went through hell for the last 5 years talking about this stuff,
right,
and trying to put out the truth and real information, and we were taken down, we were censored, we were blocked. I mean, I had personal attacks against me and my family. Yeah, we walked through the fire for this stuff, and here it is coming full circle. And I'm grateful that at least we have people in our government at this time that are willing to stand up for what's right and make this shit happen.
Right. I mean, like I've said multiple number of times, there is nothing more intimidating than having somebody walk in, flash a badge, take you in for questioning, and saying, "Hey, you're looking at life, or you're looking at the death penalty," and that's where you have to have a come to Jesus moment and say, you got to look out for yourself. And, so many people are saying, oh, this isn't happening fast enough. There's no arrest. I get that. And then you have poor schlubs like me that are coming on and telling people, look, there is stuff going on. Don't think that there's not. And there was times I questioned myself. I'm looking at stuff that I'm being shown and given from very credible people that I've worked with. And, I even question them, and they just laugh, because, they're still in it, but they just laugh. And it's like, yeah, just hold on. Oh, yeah, there is this.
Yeah, so this is the statement from Patrick Rosenbusch, spokesman for, I'm not calling him president. He's not freaking president anymore. So a spokesman for Obama. Out of the respect of the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation. There we go again. Misinformation, disinformation, conspiracy theory. That's what they use to try to spin all this, flowing out of the White House with a response. But these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. Nothing in the document issued last week undercuts and widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. These findings are affirmed in the 2020 report by the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee led by then Chairman Marco Rubio. That came from Obama.
Yep.
President Trump's attempting to shift the public's focus away from the building crisis around the release and sealed documents detained to the Jeffrey Epstein case are urging his Justice Department to go after former President Obama. So here's their spin. This is how they're gonna tell people that we're all crazy. He's crazy. There's no merit to any of this stuff. And it's funny because they had 4 years under Sleepy Joe to actually release the Jeffrey Epstein case, files, videos, whatever. They did nothing about it.
Correct.
There's this spin out there that Trump is on the list. Yes, he's on the list. He had plenty of probably meetings, lunchings, dinner with Jeffrey Epstein. Absolutely. He's even said it. Yes, I was there. So they're hoping to find some type of smoking gun there where they can say that he's a pedophile and totally attack him, and that's not going to happen. And so now they're using that for their distraction. Your thoughts, Jeff?
Yeah, they are. And what's the famous Nancy Pelosi Democratic line? Never let a crisis go to waste.
Yeah, never let a crisis go to waste.
She always said. Now, look, it's going to be interesting to see.
Jeez, Tammy's blowing me up right now.
Well, this right here is going to get hot and heavy, especially.
Well, here's Breitbart. Let me share what she just sent me. This is important. So let me share screen again. I'll read it with you guys. So this is coming from Speaker Mike Johnson. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Congress might subpoena Obama over Russia conspiracy. That's just breaking right now.
Yeah. Well,
House Speaker Mike Johnson said Congress may subpoena former President Barack Obama for allegedly colluding with American intelligence agencies to tie President Donald Trump to Russia during the 2016 election.
Now they're just talking about the election. Wait until and look at what Mary just posted. Highlight that if you
Let me hop back. Here we go. I'll pull it up. Breitbart News YouTube channel just put out a video an hour ago interviewing Trump. He just said the 4 names Jeff listed and Biden. So, they're confirming what the big chair just sent you.
Correct. So now this hasn't even touched the NCIS investigation.
Jesus, this shit's going crazy.
Well, this here. Is this what that letter in the alphabet meant, stating it all has to go to the military?
Let me see. I got another one from Tammy. She's feeding us information. I love it. So let me share screen with this one. This is another Breitbart. So this is the Democratic response. Dem Rep Himes. Someone will die because Trump accused Obama of treason. So here's another one of their spins, Jeff, where they're claiming that he's going to cause a war, he's going to cause this, he's going to cause an insurrection, he's going to cause all this stuff, which he never has, but yet they have. Well, multiple times they have.
And I think what he's referring to is civil unrest.
Well, we could even listen to this if you want real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rubicon crossing news cycle.
Well, it's a very different Tulsi Gabbard. That was Tulsi Gabbard before she was in the employ of Donald Trump and before she saw a political route to power and influence. And now, of course, we have a radically different Tulsi Gabbard. You didn't play, by the way, any sound of then Senator Marco Rubio, chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, who wrote and got a unanimous vote from Democrats and Republicans of an investigation of the Russian attack on the election, which, just as you have been saying, and just as you played Obama saying, did not involve technical messing around with voting equipment, but did involve hacking the DNC and releasing emails. It did involve buying social media ads in the service of something that Marco Rubio's report said, which is that the Russians tampered with the election, not through the technical means, in the service of Donald Trump. But of course, now that Marco Rubio and Tulsi Gabbard are working for Donald Trump, reality has been inverted. And what troubles me most about this, Nicole, is that I'm standing in a spot that on January 6, 2021 was overrun by a violent mob intent on hanging the vice president and killing people like me. And it was all driven by a lie propagated by Donald Trump. And now we're seeing that playbook again. And my only question is, when people like Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump accuse an ex-president of a capital crime that is punishable by death, who is going to die? Who is going to die because they've decided that they need a distraction away from the Epstein calamity, which they brought upon themselves?
Well,
there you have it. Your thoughts, Jeff?
Well, yeah. So I'll get feedback.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Yeah, you want to know my thoughts on that?
Yeah, go for it.
Why is it the Republicans and Democrats don't want Giselle Maxwell to come in front of Congress?
Because half of them are probably on that list.
Well, you're right. And this goes to my argument with a possible constitutional crisis. But what is going to define on whether you're on a list, you're on this list? Did you actually commit a crime by being on that list? You could have been there for a party, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's why they're walking the fine line with the list. But, you know, like what he was saying with Marco Rubio, he is correct. But I'm still a contender stating that continuity of government was put in play when the U.S. military went into the Supreme Court. And I think a lot of these people had a come to Jesus moment, and you know, they may be told, hey, do you value the country? Do you value your life? Where do you stand?
Hey, I just want to say thank you to WYD MG58 over on Rumble. They just donated $20 to us tonight, Jeff B. They say, we have been here all along, finally being vindicated. Thank you for the donation, the super chat over there on Rumble. And we have been here a long time, years and years and years, and I feel like we are starting to get some vindication and some justice. That's more important than me ever being right. I don't give a shit about being right. I really don't. Right. There's people out there that always want to be right about everything. I've been wrong many a times.
I've been wrong mostly my whole damn life.
Yeah, but here's the thing about some of us, some of the things that we've been wrong about, Jeff. We really haven't been wrong. They just haven't happened yet.
Correct.
That doesn't make us wrong. But I don't even care about being right. What I care about is justice for the American people. I care for justice for the victims. I care about justice for all, to be honest with you. And if we're going to finally get some of that justice and it's going to start rolling things in the right direction, I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard on the Trump train. I'm all aboard on whatever train I got to get on to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I think these next few weeks are going to be very telling. And then, there's only one. If I could have one wish.
What's the one wish, Jeff?
To be able to have Rhino see all of this.
Yeah, Rhino, Shane. There's a few of them. I wish Shane could be sitting here with us tonight talking about this because, he put his heart and soul into this channel as well and helped us get our start. Rhino, so many wonderful people along the way that they should be basking in this with us for sure.
And I would pay top dollar to have a rhino rant right now. You know,
a rhino.
Rhino rant. Yeah, and then if this does happen, I would love for any of the doubters and naysayers that called us anything but white men before.
Yeah.
Can you please do a liberal rant and put it on TikTok for us? Just a meltdown.
Yeah.
I love those. And I would love to see some of those people just melt down for me.
Yeah. The meltdowns are kind of entertaining. We'll just put it that way. Just entertaining for sure. But, all right. Well, we're rolling up here on an hour, and I don't know if there's anything else that you want to share. I do appreciate, I know Tammy's probably listening right now, so I do appreciate her emailing me some of those things off of Breitbart and the X or wherever she got some of that information. So really appreciate her trying to be here even though she couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah. No, I just only have one request to do a shameless plug.
Go for it.
Because I'm really trying to help out a guy that I absolutely hate.
Jesus, here we go.
So at 10:05 tonight, I'm going to be going on a show of a guy that I hate. I don't even know why I'm doing it.
Oh,
but I'm going to continue this over at Craig DeHunter's.
Oh, Craig DeHunter.
Yeah.
So you're gonna join him tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's been blowing up my phone. He offered me a check because he says I'm such a ratings magnet that he needed help. So I'm going to go over there and bust their chops. But I told him, I'm not contractually obligated to Mike, but I want to give Mike the first crack at the crazy.
Well, I appreciate that. And you tell Craig I said hello.
I definitely will.
I definitely enjoyed all the years that we spent together.
Yeah.
So,
all righty, Mike.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Jeff. Appreciate it. Have a good night. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here, folks. I'm going to go make dinner. So thought I'd share that with you tonight. Jeff wanted to bring it out. So I know this was kind of a off the cuff thing, but we've been doing a lot of off the cuff things lately and don't really have a set in stone schedule, but I appreciate we got some new subscribers tonight. I appreciate, like I said, the donation over there on Rumble. It's the same thing as a super chat. So, thank you for that. It's much appreciated. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening tonight. I know, it's only Tuesday and there's a lot more to come. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of here with the outro, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Maybe we'll be back on tomorrow night.
With no end in sight and question my life. Countless times I've sacrificed and lost my way. I've been down this road before. I've struggled with the pain when it pours. No one knows how I feel when I have to start again, and there's no one there to save me. Do you know how it feels when your world is gonna end, when I don't have a friend to stand with me? I'm gonna make a comeback. I'm gonna claw my way back to the top. I'm gonna get it all back. My comeback is my favorite fact. Yeah, I'm gonna make a comeback and rise up this time. And look into my soul and see a graveyard, a crossroads filled with despair and defeat. Look into my eyes and see the haters call my name. Look into my soul and see redemption on its way. The demand is high to risk it all and put it all on the line. I'm gonna take my shot and never stop. I'm gonna swallow my pride and put it all on the line and rise up this time. get it all back. My comeback is right there inside. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make a comeback. I'm gonna claw my way back to the top. I'm gonna get it all back. My comeback is right there inside. Yeah.